Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Integrated Show. Good evening, good
Hello,
evening, good evening.
hello everyone, and this is Bharti Nayak, and you have Sagar Amlani at the Integrated
Hi,
Live
Bharti,
Show.
good evening.
Good evening.
So, how are you feeling? What are you feeling for today? The introduction, the beginning of an amazing show.
Uh, it's a mixed feeling. I'm excited at the same time. I'm nervous, and I'm really looking forward to welcoming all of you who are watching us live, and they will watch the later videos as well. The excitement is because the moment we announced that we are going to start this talk show on the integrated life, we started getting so many messages and best wishes from our friends, from our clients, from our colleagues, and that was very overwhelming, and our family supporting us so much. So that's the
Absolutely,
excitement part.
absolutely, absolutely. That's true integration at all levels, right?
Yes.
Great. So we will have people joining us very soon. We can see few people already there. So why don't you share with us where are you joining us from, and why are you joining us today?
That will be really, really wonderful to know that which city you are from and why have you joined this talk show. Is it something that you want to know? Is it something that you want to integrate in your life? It will be really wonderful to know you and also read your comments. So please comment below. Let us know where you have joined in from.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So Bharti, why don't we start sharing where are we from? So starting with you, where are you joining from?
Well, I'm joining from the beautiful cultural city of Gujarat, that's Baroda. And I'm sitting in my nice studio room where I have logged in from. And all my family, they are supporting so much. So they have kept quiet and they are all in their own respective spaces so that I give entire time and space to this talk show.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yep, same here. I have Mansi joining us live, and I'm joining live from the same city, the Sanskari city of Vadodara, also known as Baroda. And we are super excited to bring you something that we've been working on for last 2 years, dwelling on it, thinking about it, talking about it, and living the life that we're going to share with you. And the excitement is it never felt boring even for a day, isn't it, Bharti?
Yes, absolutely. I would like to say hi to Sonia. Hi, Sonia. She's joined from Kurg. How are you?
Yep. Hi, Sonia. Great. So while we have that, let's share the excitement by introducing each other because we both are the hosts, we both share, and let's do that camaraderie and share each other's introduction and let's share what we do. So over to you, Bharti.
Well, I am getting this privilege to introduce Sagar. He is definitely a very good friend of mine. But to introduce all of you who Sagar Amlani is, he's a global speaker, he's a productivity explorer, and an Amazon India best-selling author. And that's the most beautiful part of him. Though he has 16 plus years of professional experience on the productivity mindset, what sets him apart is his initial life struggles. Now, these life struggles made him learn the value of time, money, and education very early in life. Also, there were many challenges that became the foundation of Sagar's innate personality. And of course, you would definitely know him more when you log in every Tuesday at 9 p.m. for this talk show and 1 hour of live with Sagar. You would want to know more about him. His respect and gratitude towards his initial life challenges made him the unique person, even after living in the slums. Yes, you heard me right. He has lived in the slums, so he has the book that mentions his story. I'll tell you about that later. He believes execution is the key ingredient for success. He's trained over 1,800 plus professionals creating result oriented teams. He has he has served various corporates like Hyundai, TVS, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, Royal Enfield, HDFC Standard Life, Renault, Nissan, Maruti, Godrej for various projects. Now, he firmly believes building the team with the right mindset helps the organization create the proper infrastructure, establish the right system, standardize the process with a 100% focus on the set goals, and learn the art of saying no. Well, that is too much to understand in one sentence, but yes, that's where Sagar is here for. A productivity mindset is when you utilize the available resources to achieve your focus, goals, and dreams by setting priorities and standardizing processes. Being a commended LinkedIn profile 2019, he has also trained over 5,400 professionals from India, US, London, and Australia to improve their LinkedIn productivity through his signature program, which is called ECG of LinkedIn. And he is an author of two books. The first one being At the Crossroads of Life. And I must tell all of you to go and get this book and read every chapter, every page of this book. You will get to know Sagar much more than who he is right now. And the second bestseller, which is the Amazon India's bestseller, the book is The Key: 26 Proven Ways to Build the Productive Mindset. And that's where we are here with the talk show, the Integrated Life Show. Let me tell you something more. Sagar, I'll take a little bit more time. Sagar has a beautiful wife. Her name is Mansi, and she is the pillar for him. And the way they both blend each other with their strengths and with their weaknesses, it is commendable to look at their relationship. And of course, he's blessed with two sons, Pramay and Kanjan, and they both are as cute and as naughty, and they are really adorable boys. And they are learning how to be productive at this age. And I have seen Sagar not just training, but actually integrating his learnings, his experiences with his boys, and the way they are becoming much more better and better each day. So hats off to you, Sagar and Mansi.
Well, that's all Integrated Life is about. And thank you very much, Bharti, for the detailed introduction so that everyone knows where I come from. Now, to let everyone know, a productive mindset is good. But if you don't take any action, if you're not proactive, it's incomplete. You need to support it with the proactive mindset as well. And that is where I bring to you my partner, a productivity coach, a global speaker, and a serial entrepreneur, Bharti Nayak. I would just change a little bit here that she's not only a serial entrepreneur, but she's actually a parallel entrepreneur running four entities at the same time. And working with business leaders, she helps people to be proactive by getting rid of procrastination patterns. She understands why someone procrastinates. She understands what are the reasons someone procrastinates and bring them to a point of proactivity. She has helped over 70,000 people by transforming their life in working past 16 years. She also works with business leaders to achieve their goal by getting rid of their procrastination and help them create a proactive life. That doesn't end there. She is a passionate NLP coach to various business leaders, professionals, entrepreneurs, and academians. She is internationally certified trainer from NIL London, UK. Creating stories of personal transformation in her unique coaching style is what sets her apart from various other NLP coaches worldwide. Her mission is to see the world where you don't see that things are procrastinated but are proactive in their approach, and people take actions toward growth and success. She trains leadership teams to develop proactive approach and understand their patterns that hold them back from being proactive. She's spoken at more than 100 stages in person in 4 different countries. Well, my friend, put your hands together and let us welcome Bharti Naik on this show where productivity meets proactivity, and we call it as the integrated life show. So, welcome, Bharti, and thank you so much for accepting and joining on this show.
That's a real pleasure, Sagar, to share the stage, share the show with you, and welcome all of you to this live show.
Great. So we have some amazing
Yeah.
people: Dr. Abba, Sundar Sir, Manish,
Ah,
Harsha Jain, Ruchi Sharma, Preetham Sen, and Sonia joining us from different part of the world, different channels, which is LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube.
wow,
So
that's really
that's
exciting, Sagar.
yes, we have a lot of crowd, a lot of well-wishers, and a lot of friends joining us. So why not share with them what do we mean by integrated life, Bharti? What does it stand for? What are we going to talk about it?
The Integrated Life Show is about you. It's an extraordinary talk show which integrates all the elements of life to enjoy the sense of fulfillment, happiness, and gratitude. To lead an integrated life, you need to bring together the major elements of your life, your personal and professional, which is your work, your family, your relationship, your community, yourself, and friends. That's what the integrated life is about. Yes, Sagar.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I also would love to add, I personally define integrated life as something which is constantly evolving, something which helps you to identify self-determined way of living a life that allows you to engage at your best in various parts of your life, be it your home, your office, your community, or even taking care of your health. And of course, it helps you to be productive by using the principles of productive mindset with a proactive approach, leading you to achieve sense of fulfillment, happiness, and gratitude. So, how many of you that you've joined us today would like to live a life which is full of happiness, full of fulfillment in everything that you do, and loaded with gratitude?
Wow, we have so many comments here falling.
Yeah. We have Dr. Ava saying that's fantastic. And we have, oh, she's again saying good evening. We have Deepak, my dad, who is integrated into this show again.
Oh,
We
lovely.
have uh, we have a few likes from Facebook. I can't show them up, but we've got 17 thumbs up from Facebook being shown on the side of the screen, which I'm managing. Great. So yes, we have people who are willing to spend and learn how to live an integrated life. Oh, Dr. Abba says nobody will deny. Well, that's what brings us here together to share the synergy between productivity and proactivity to create an integrated life. All yours, Bharti.
Yeah. So when let me tell you all about how this synergy between productivity mindset and proactivity, how this the seed that we all started with. So Sagar is an expert and he works with productivity mindset, and I focus majorly on the proactivity approach. So we were discussing about where we can bring the leadership teams together and understand them, that in case if you're only becoming productive in your work or in your personal life, you might be productive in some areas, but if you're not proactive, and you are simply reacting to the situations. You are simply doing or taking actions as the life comes, as the situation comes. You may become productive, but that will stress you out. That will really puts you into the state of anxiety, and you may be productive because you have completed the task, but the negative emotions that you would have developed or the patterns that you would have developed over anxiety, that will become an ingrained part of you. At the same time, when if you are proactive in your approach, if you are doing everything in the beginning of it, you're planning work, you are doing everything, you're taking actions, but those actions, the planning, the proactive ways that you have used in your work, if it's not leading to any productive results, if they are not leading to the desired results that you want, then the proactive approach or the entire planning that you're doing or the efforts that you're putting, it will all go in drain. And that's where the synergy started building up between both of us, and we realized that one leads to the other and the other is incomplete with the one. And that's how we looked at how well we can put these two things together and put up this show, which is the integrated life show. The integrated life show, as Sagar mentioned, and also as I stated here, we are looking at life elements, which is personal and professional, and how we can integrate both to have the life which is full of happiness. Because at the end, whatever we are doing, whether it is our personal life or whether we are working in whatever part of, in whatever space that we are, at the end, we all want happiness in our life, isn't it? And once that happiness comes in, it comes with that gratitude. And I remember one of the example that Sagar told me about, which talks about these three words. And I would like to share, I would want Sagar to share that example where it clearly helps you to understand why fulfillment and how fulfillment leads to happiness and how happiness leads to gratitude. Yes, Sagar.
Thank you, Bharti. Very well put across. So, before I share anything, I'm sure you all have noticed that Bharti puts it across very, very sweetly, right? Now, she does that because she's integrated being a professional speaker, being a mother of two kids, Diva and Disha, and also a beautiful wife. She also is a secret baker, a pastry. She actually creates amazing cakes. Her pastries are to die for, and brownies, I would rather go and eat them right now after the show. It's that amazing. So, Bharti is a secret chef or a baker, and she creates amazing delicacies out of it. So, that's what integrated life actually means when you live those things together with a family, with a work, and also create sweetness around you. Now, to answer your question, Bharti, you know what makes me think that why most of the people are not able to be proactive or build that productive mindset, or even are not able to have that feeling of living that integrated life. The biggest reason is guilt. Guilt sometimes for not spending time with family, guilt sometimes for not answering office calls or completing the task assigned to them on the time, guilt sometimes for not taking care of their health, guilt sometimes of not being spiritual the way they want to be, guilt for not listening to their favorite songs, guilt for not spending time with their kids. So, guilt is the biggest hurdle that stops them from creating an integrated life. Let's picture a professional. I'm sure you would have come across some professional who's always at ease, who's always at peace, and who stays focused on his goals. He is aware of all the available resources around him, utilizes them to the best of their ability, and is not running to achieve everything or do everything that all others are doing, but he is focused on enjoying that process that he's engaged in, and he always comes out to be a winner. Don't you have someone who does like that? Well, my friend, that is where he's living the secret of having a productive mindset, the secret of having proactive thinking to identify which resources he will utilize when. And he beautifully integrates all that into his life, which we define as an integrated life. Now, this only happens for a certain period, or for a certain project, or maybe for a certain part of your day. I'm sure you would have lived that kind of a day once in lifetime. But did this show, or with this process, or with these 26 principles that we're going to share in this show, we will ensure that we help you to live that integrated life every single day, be it in your corporate, be it in your professional, or be it in your personal life. Now, having said that, the minute you have a guilt free life, all you will get is a sense of fulfillment, is because everything that you do, using the resources, using the people around you, will always give you fulfillment. Once you're fulfilled, what happens? You start overflowing. And what do we overflow when we are fulfilled with some good work that we have done? We overflow happiness. And when we overflow happiness, we keep thanking people with a genuine heart. And that's exactly gratitude. See, if you have a small fight with a taxi driver or an auto or anywhere that you travel, what would you do? Would you thank them when you get down of that auto or a cab? Would you show gratitude? No. It's only happening when you are happy. So when people say that you need to develop attitude for gratitude, I respect them, but I say let's be happy first. Be fulfilled first within yourself. Happiness will grow. And once happiness grows and overflows from yourself, you will start following gratitude automatically. And that's exactly what we want for you, the integrated life.
Absolutely, Sagar. And I so much relate to what you said right now. Uh, Without having that fulfillment in your heart, you can't feel happiness. It will be incomplete. Or if I'm happy, I'll be lying that I'm happy because my heart is not fulfilled. And if I'm really, really happy, the gratitude, the gratefulness, the gratitude towards the person automatically comes because we are human and we live in a community, we live in a society where we fold our hands and we give that respect and gratitude to others because they fulfilled our life. They fulfilled that moment of our life. So what you said is absolutely right.
Yep,
And here
that
and
brings, go on.
And here is where I would really want to touch upon a very important emotion that you mentioned about is guilt. Yes, people who not able to live an integrated life, the major reason is because they feel guilty. They get stuck up in this guilt mode, and it was later in my life that I realized that guilt is a very useless emotion. It neither takes you forward, neither it takes you backward. You are stuck in the moment and you just feel guilty about that thing. That and there's nothing way forward, nothing else. So the moment I realized that it's a useless emotion, it doesn't take me anywhere, I said, better I leave it. Why am I holding this emotion? And I just started living a guilt-free life. That's fine. If I want to live in this moment, I will. If I want to enjoy, I will. If I have certain work, I will finish it. And that's the moment I started living an integrated life, Sagar.
Absolutely, absolutely. Bang on. So, people here, Bharti has also said something very, very very subtle way, that it's about you choosing what you want. For example, you read lots of self-help books that you need to wake up early, you need to have a morning routine, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to have journals, you need to have a to-do list, so on and so forth. Now answer me very, very truly, and you can put your hand on your heart and answer to me that, let's say you are very, very proactive. You are absolutely very proactive, but you don't know your focus goals. You don't know where you want to be, which means you don't have the productive mindset. Will that proactive approach lead you somewhere? Yes, it will, somewhere. Now, come to situation two. Be a corporate employee, a business leader, student, or an owner of a firm, or an MD, or even a professional. You have a brilliant productive mindset, you have your focus goals, you know where you are efficient, you know your efficiency, but you fail to take action, you fail to be proactive, and you always are reactive. Will you achieve success? The answer is no. And that is what brings us to integrate proactivity, productivity, to live an integrated life, because all of the books that we have around teach us all these things in bits and pieces. Our mind reads and absorbs everything. Where do we fail to achieve success, or why do we fail to achieve that desired goal, is because we sometimes miss to integrate the two thoughts. We focus on one and we just run for one. We just focus on the other one, we run for other one. Why don't we integrate it? And that brings us to a point where the integrated life is actually more realistic. It drives with a great wave or a great thought of prioritizing efficiently. It's not something that me and Bharti would have invented or innovated. It's an age old science, but it was surrounded with a myth called work life balance. You can't have a balance which is stable, right? Work and life can't be balanced, it has to go up and down. And that is where you need to have integrated, which goes like a pulley. And that is where you need to rewire your mindset, your approach together to have an integrated life. What are your thoughts, Parthi, on that?
Absolutely. The moment I think about work life balance, you know what comes to my mind? It comes like a scale. And then here is work and here is life. And the whole struggle, the entire life, you're just balancing work and life, which is reality. If you ask me, in reality it cannot happen. You cannot balance both, because you will at some point of time will have more work and the balance will be I mean it will be imbalance, and sometimes you will have to devote a lot of time and efforts, focus on your personal life, and again, and you will be struggling. Why I'm using the word struggle is because, again, coming back to your emotion, at the back of your mind, if you're focusing more towards work, for example, because your work demands you, you, it needs your attention, and you are giving that. If you are focusing on your work life balance, at the back of your mind, you will be guilty. Oh, I'm not giving time to my personal life. I'm not giving time to my health. I'm not giving time to my relationship. Oh, I should have given more time to my spouse. And that back of your mind, the emotion will keep on burdening you. And even though you are focused here, you may work, but that will affect you. It will take space, your mental space. And at the same time, sometimes your personal life takes more time, more efforts, and it requires you, it needs you. And then, if you have this at the back of your mind that your work is getting affected, oh, I got 200 emails to check, oh, I have this client to address, oh, I have this proposal to send, you will always be caging yourself.
Yes.
Forget about balancing. You're caging yourself every moment. And I don't think that's a very healthy life that you're living. So work life balance, it's all passe. It's all passe. We need to really rewire, relook at how we are living our life. And Here is a way where we can integrate both of them, and why not? Why we look at it more like a competing with each other? Your professional work and your personal life, they are not like competitors and you're just banging with each other. No, it can be integrated. So why not live that integrated life? And that's what we are here for, where in these entire series of episodes that we will take you through, the 26 ways, 26 principles that will help you, that will really help you to look forward to how actually we can live an integrated life. Yes, Sagar.
First of all, I would love to thank Dr. Abba because she's been regularly updating her thoughts, sharing her thoughts, and that's exactly why we chose this platform to be live. Reason? We wanted to have conversation. We wanted to share our views. We wanted to know your views. We wanted to be as authentic, as genuine, and share what we have been doing for past few years, experiencing it, and rather than coming up with any other medium, we wanted to be there with you live. So thank you very much, Vinay, Dr. Abha. We have Mr. Deepak, Dr. Sundar, Harshita Jain, Ruchi Sharma for sharing your views. And this is exactly where we want to know your views, your thoughts on how we can add value using those 26 principles to help you live an integrated life. Now, who would be the right audience for this show? Because when you're talking about 26 episodes,
Yeah.
one episode a week, Tuesday, every Tuesday 9 p.m., we are talking about 6.5 months of journey, Bharti.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who should attend, and why should anybody attend the integrated live show?
Well, who should attend this live show? Or I would say, one, if I have to tell you, anybody who wants to live the integrated life. But that would be a very idealistic kind of answer. I would say people who are entrepreneurs, business leaders, corporate employees, those who are really looking forward to look at their life approach, to look at their personal and professional approach, how they are really fulfilling their goals, how they are fulfilling their targets, and those will be the people who would really be benefited from this integrated live show. Why would they come to this live show? Why would they want to be integrated? Well, the answer is very simple. Number one, the integrated life approach that we'll be talking about in this talk show, it will be more realistic. It will be very simple and practical ways that we'll be sharing. We'll be sharing stories, experiences, stories of the business leaders, the entrepreneurs that Sagar has met in his career. I have met in my whole career life. So we'll be sharing those elements. We'll be also sharing our own personal experiences as well, making it more realistic for you, not something which is theoretical, not something which is a bookish thing, but it will be definitely very simple and practical ways that you can apply. And it is a very great way to live an effective and efficient life. And that is where it brings to the integrated life. Uh, I would say it will make you relive your life with happiness and gratitude. Because all throughout our life, when I look at Sagar's life, I am working with him and know him since 3 years now. And I look at his life and I only see three things. One is the sense of fulfillment, one is the happiness that he brings in. So, what kind of energy, what kind of vibrations that you bring into the room, and every moment he breathes gratitude, gratitude towards every person, gratitude towards everything that comes in his life. And I have seen that, I have experienced that. So that's what we are all going to we both are going to share in this integrated live show. And that's why I think you all must come every Tuesday at 9 p.m.
Lovely. We already have an endorsement. that Dr. Abha gives it, and coming from her, it absolutely means a lot because she's very, very intelligent. She's very wise, and she actually is one of the role model that keeps inspiring me on LinkedIn. And I keep watching her and how she started her YouTube journey, and now she is a sensational. She also won Mrs. Diva, if I'm right. But yeah, that's amazing. So, as you rightly said, Bharti, I would just add very, very specific, clear, pinpoint questions to people listening this. Are you looking or are you seeking the purpose of your life? Do you think about what's the purpose of my life? Do you think about what should I do? Are you a working professional who thinks that, your jobs gives you stress? Because which job does not give you stress? Even cooking in home is stressful if you take it that way. By this, I'm nowhere demeaning the homemaker, because I always respect and I say that a homemaker is actually the CEO of the home, because it's very, very, very difficult to manage and run a home. And salute to all the homemakers out there, because you are every single thing that a manager or leader would love to be. Oh yeah, yes, she's right here. Mrs. Abba is Miss India icon, and absolutely you are an icon, ma'am. Then someone who is looking for happiness, internal peace, and joy while being in this world, which is working, not going on Himalayas or going on holidays to find peace, but while you're living this life, while you're working every day, if you really want to enjoy peace, joy, and happiness, this is for you. Or if you are someone who is really wanting to have a relaxed sleep, a peaceful sleep. And when I'm talking about sleep, I'm talking about deep sleep, not something which you just lie down and close your eyes and your mind is, continuously dangling around thoughts and everything, but something really a meaningful or a peaceful sleep. Last but not the least, if you're someone who's looking to spend a quality time with your wife, life, and family without the guilt of spending that or doing that, and who wants to contribute positively to the world, this Tuesday, 9 p.m., lock it in your calendar, block it in your calendar for next 6 months, because we will be taking you through that journey, and we will ensure that you live the life that we have been experiencing for last so many years. Just to summarize it very quickly, I was working as a vice president in a public limited organization just 1 year ago. I left the job, I left the country, I sold my house, my family was with me. We came completely to a new city in Vadodara without even one day of stress, one day of guilt, or one day of a thought that why it is happening only to me, or why am I supposed to do that? And that is exactly what we want to bring it to you. Bharti, of course, stands with me every single time that I have issues. And I've been watching her, how she has transformed her life from so much of difficulties, so much of, challenges. Her daughter flew to Ireland, giving her the whole responsibility of managing the whole business. And she has actually nailed it in certain way, where she has created products which her daughter says, wow, mom, I never thought about that. And that's how she integrates her passion to purpose, her life to her work. And that is exactly why we say that we have experienced it and we want to share it with you without any fuss, without any drama, without anything. It's going to be a realistic life show, a realistic thing that we want to share with you. Over to you, Bharti.
Yes, Sagar. And I'm really excited for all the 26 episodes that are going to unfold in the coming months, because these 26 episodes, they are going to be 26 principles, and every episode is going to be full of so many takeaways, so many stories, so many experiences that we are going to share. And I'm really looking forward to each and every episode, because it will start with the alphabet A and will go till Z. And that's where all the episodes are being lined up. And of course, everybody would know about it. But yes, that's where the 26 episodes are going to be.
So, Bhati, tell me something. How and when people should connect with us? Where can they write to us? And what are we going to give them during the show or during the episodes?
All right. So here's what we both decided, because this is the talk show, and it is about the integrated life, and this is something very close to our hearts. So what we thought of, one, you can approach us, you can write us on our email addresses, sagar@sagaramlani.com or bharti@bharti9.com. We have a website which is www.theintegratedlife.co.in. Once you go to that website, there's a form. You fill that form and you write us your questions. Fill the form with the questions that you have for us, and we will pick it up. We'll pick up those questions. We'll answer your questions in the talk show. And if there are elaborate answers, we will email you with the detailed answers. So you can straight away go to the website and you can fill the form with the questions that you have. And every episode, you will have an entire checklist, or you will have the PDF that you can download, where you will get those actions that you can take that will help you to apply each principle. So the talk show is not only about giving you all the stories or the nuggets or the takeaways, but the talk show is about how are you going to implement it? How are you going to apply each principle in your life so that it becomes the integrated life for you? So every episode you will receive a PDF. So you have to go to the link and download the PDF. And if it will be very good if you print it out and write down, because they're all going to be action oriented PDFs. So you can put those actions, you can write those actions in the PDF, and that's how you will know how I can apply each principle in my life. So that's how the all the episodes are going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It sounds super exciting. Of course, listening to all those details, though we've been planning it together, we know it, but sharing it with all of them, it actually gives me goosebumps. You know, that 26 episodes, 6.5 months, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. And to let everyone know, this website, me and Bharti actually managed to put up just in 4 hours, right from the name, the thought, the idea, uh, to even the page, to even launching it, and even sharing a good news at the blueprints or even the banners. Now, that's exactly what a proactive queen and a productive mindset brings to you, right? We actually were doing it in such an integrated way that it just happened. And I strongly believe that when you're planning something, and nature keeps supporting you, nature keeps giving you or sharing people to you that they are ready to help, they come forward to help you with ABC, because it's not everything that we could do by ourselves. So we have an integrated pool of friends, integrated pool of well-wishers. They all started, came together as the minute that we announced, and in a matter of like a few hours, it was all put together. And we were just in an awe that how nature supports you when it wants you to do something, how nature pushes you to achieve something. And when you have those kind of indications, you actually know that you're doing it good. And the best part is, there is no marketing, there is no selling, there is no pitching on this show. Everything that we share with you, every single blueprint that we share with you, is completely activity based, completely researched, verified, used by me and Bharti and many other friends. And we know it works. And that is exactly what we will be sharing with you, absolutely free of cost. Now, the question comes, why free of cost? Is because we believe in integrated life. We believe that when we integrate our things with you and you integrate with us, we will grow together, and we will actually be able to bring more happiness and gratitude in this world, and we will be able to make this a better place for the future generations and also for our lives that we are living right now. So thank you very much, Bharti. And that is what I would love to share from my side. The ticker shows the website, and we would love to share or know your feedback on the website. You can just go and fill the Google form, and me and Bharti would love to read them and answer them for you.
And I am not taking your permission, Sagar, but I want to open the secret because a lot of our friends and our well wishers, when we announced it last Tuesday, it was like a boom for them. Like, what just happened? So, of course, there were few of our friends who came and wrote us that, "What are you guys up to? And when did you start? How come this planning? I'm sure it will be a 6 months plan. I'm sure it will be like this." So let me share the secret with all of you, all right? Now, I haven't taken this permission from Sagar. So, Sagar, if at all I'm spilling up the beans, so you need to excuse me for this. So I'll tell you what, I'll tell you the very interesting story. We both were sitting and we were scratching our heads that we want to do something together and we didn't know what to do together. And we were looking at our strengths, we were looking at our expertise, and we said, okay, this is my expertise, this is my expertise. How can we do it? So I told you that story, how we came, how the synergies bonded. The second thing, what happened was we wanted to name it. So we were scratching again our heads. What would be the name? And we came up with a very complex kind of names. Okay, we'll put this kind of a name, or we'll have that kind of a name. So what Sagar did was he said, okay, let's look at it this way, all right? So he opened his book, which is the key, and he said, okay, let me look out some words that will match us. And I was looking at the spiral dynamics. I was looking at some of the approaches that I use in being proactive, and I was looking at those elements, and I said, okay, these are some of the words that matches me and matches you. So we just brought some 10 words together, and none of the words were matching. So we said, okay, this is not, we're back to zero. And then finally we said, but then something to be there. Now, the interesting part was we are using the hands like this, but we were not using the words. But our hands were already doing, like, we should do something like this, we should do something like this. And Sagar was also doing this. And immediately he said, why not have the integrated, the word integration? And it clicked both of us. So I think we took less than 30 minutes for for the naming of our entire collaboration, and that's how the integrated life. So it didn't take us much time to actually come up with this. And the website, again, 4 hours it took for Sagar to do everything right from. We just made a decision that, okay, let's have a website and have something that people can download. And I need to put up a Google form. So say, okay, what Google form you want? Okay. So everything just went in 5 to 10 minutes max. It never went beyond a day where we would say, okay, we are spending like days and days to plan, and hence the integrated life show. So it, and we were just going with what decisions we were taking. So what Sagar mentioned was that the nature was actually supporting us. Nature was so much with us that everything just lined up one after the other, and we started taking actions. And that's how the integrated life show is becoming a reality, and we are here with all of you. It's almost 50 minutes that we are with you all. Super excited to see you all next Tuesday at 9 p.m. And here is where the integrated live show is really going to help your life and make it more meaningful, make it more better and better each time.
Absolutely
Yes.
bang on, Bharti. And you need not take my permission to say that, because even I said it took just few hours, and we are here to share the truth. We are here to be realistic. But I want to leave everyone with just one thought, apart from you going onto our website and sharing your thoughts with us. Me and Bharti would both love to know your thoughts on what made nature support us so well. What made nature support our actions and make it so easy? What was it? that we did differently that nature was supporting us? Think about it and let us know. Signing off. Thank you very much from Sagar and Parthi, and we will see you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Block your calendars.
Yes, that's going to be next Tuesday, 9 p.m. So block your day, block your time. It's going to be a super exciting episodes for you. Till then, have a wonderful, wonderful time with your loved ones. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Good evening.